Hello, all teens out there. This is Laura Lysick, your online coach, mentoring you to success. Today, I want us to discuss some issues on habits. How many of you have habits? I know I do. I have certain habits. And now, what are habits? Let's liken habits to a bed. Everybody likes their beds. I know I like my bed. Especially when it's cold, I like to snuggle into my bed and cover myself with my duvet. But bed habits are like beds. They're so easy to get into, but very difficult to come out of. What are the habits that you're forming today as you're in the prime of your life and you have the whole of your years ahead of you? Your habits, believe me, are making or breaking you all the time. I know that when I was in my teen years, I had certain habits that were good, that have helped me up till today. And along the way, I've had to drop certain bad habits. So make sure you're forming the right habits. There are no coincidences in life. I believe you have noticed by now. Whatever you're sowing today, you will surely reap tomorrow. Actually, some people actually reap it here and now. So watch the habits that you're forming, because you are making or you're breaking yourself. We are all creatures of habits. And what do I mean by that? We are creatures of habit in the sense that what you start doing today, you will probably do tomorrow and the day after and the day after next. And that's how habits are formed. They're so easy to form, but very difficult to break. So watch the habits that you're forming now. Statistics has actually shown that 90% of all our habits and our thought patterns actually determine our behaviors, and our behaviors will ultimately determine our destiny. The Bible actually puts it in a better way, because it says that your thoughts become you. As a man thinks, so is he. So what are your thought patterns like? They're forming your habits. Throughout history, successful men and women have been known to have very good habits. And that's why we hear about them. They were not average because they learned to form very good habits. And what are some of the habits that they have formed? Ask yourself, what are the habits that you have formed that you think will carry you on into the future, that will make you great? Let's take a typical example like Jesus Christ. He had a habit in his teens. He used to visit his father's house and stay there, learning, reading the Bible, searching the scrolls, searching the scriptures. And that's why we all know about him, because he took his time and formed that habit, that beneficial habit of reading. If the King of Kings, who knew everything, read, how about you and I? We need to read as well. We need to read our Bibles. We need to read autobiographies of men and women, great men and women. And that is a habit that you need to form. I have personally come to realize that anybody that has a reading habit actually is different from one who hasn't got a reading habit. Have you heard about Thomas Edison? He's the guy who invented the light bulb. Visit www.successforteens and learn more. You are destined for greatness.